Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are looking at battery cables. So I was working on my Navigator the other day. I had a powertrain control module that failed. I've got one on order. And then for years I wanted to fix my battery cables. I've been using this setup for over 13 years. So I'm going to change the terminals, and we'll get a look at that right now. So these are the terminals I want to change. I want to get away from these old style terminals, but I see the need for just repairing just the terminal ends instead of the whole cable. You don't want to spend all that kind of money to replace the whole cable harness assembly. So I picked these up from Amazon. They looked good on paper, but when I got them, they were a little bit on the small side for the Navigator. These screws are very, very small. Might be good for a small cable on a small vehicle, but not on the Navigator. So then I went and I found these online. These seem to be really robust. They have multiple openings, multiple ends on them. We're going to see how they work out. I like the way they look. I may be able to, I'm hoping to put a bolt in here to put those terminals on the top. The cables can go in the ends there, but I need to use this top surface, which is flat, which is what I like. Because these other terminals that are on the vehicle, they never were flat. They work, they get the job done, but I'm hoping to get the job done better. So these type of cables were never meant to have something bolted on top of them the way that this one was. And this happened to be the way I purchased the vehicle back in 2009, I think. It's got the job done all these years. But I just thought maybe I can make it better since I replaced the battery. See how this fits the post here. I spread it pretty good, so your positive cable, if you have open end strands, and if it's in the condition mine is in after all these years. This vehicle is a 2004 with 170,000 miles on it. 177,000. I suggest you give it a little twist. Try to get those strands, loose strands, tightened up there. Like I said, it was in the terminal block that made it flat. I think I will trim some of those. Just because. There we go. Open up that Allen set screw there to the max so you have room to get that in there easily. And just kind of twist it. Give it a twist as it goes in the direction that the wire is twisted. And then tighten up the set screw. And you realize that this has been working all these years, and now I want to put a nice end on it. And sometimes things don't work out, they get worse. So I don't know how well these terminals will work, how well they will last, but they look like they're machined good. I like the looks of them. Give it a good snug. I think some people have said they strip the threads out, so don't overdo it. Okay, so there we are inside the terminal. There we are tightened down. Problem is, I was going to use that terminal for this cable, and I used it up. And now Just spread this a little bit with a wide bladed screwdriver as you settle it down on the battery. Okay. So I'm going to open up this terminal here. Hopefully this unibit won't grab too hard. You got to be careful, it'll bite and try to spin the cable out of your hand. Not quite how I had it pictured here, but hey, you know, sometimes it's better to take the path of least resistance. Let's give this a little clean off here. Clean the back side. Bring this in from the side here. See how many threads we got. Not looking too bad. Not looking too shabby. One cable left, and I'm thinking about cutting it and putting it in right there. Let's see if it looks nice and new down in here. Always be careful with your fingers, because somehow razor blades and fingers always seem to find each other. I hate to take a nice terminal end like that off. I always knew someday I'd have to deal with these battery terminals, but since I'm getting a new powertrain control module and I just put a new battery in here, I think now is the time. Let's see, does it go in here now? It almost does. It's going to be a nice snug fit, that's for sure. There it goes, all the way up to the heat shrink. So this is the end result. We've got the main body harness coming in on this end, we got the starter going down on this one, and we got the alternator coming in on this one. Everything is good and tight. We got the main ground coming in here, we got the body ground coming in here. Everything's good and tight. So the kit came with these two nice plastic covers that'll cover the terminals. They snap on pretty tight, so if you use them you may not be able to get them off someday when you're pressed to do a jump start. But if you can, you should use them. Keep a screwdriver around to pop them off, I advise. Now I need to just cut a little slot with a Dremel. Cut a little slot with a Dremel right here to clear this terminal. Now I picked up this little Dremel tool kit for such a time as right now, and I've never even opened it up. Always wear your safety glasses. that's good. I don't want it to snap down to where I can't get it off to jump start the vehicle. Cables are ready to go. Now all I need is a new powertrain control module to plug in there. So this is the finished product. It came with these nice covers that go over there. I wouldn't snap them down all the way if I were you, because they go on pretty tight. You might want to have them to be where you can get them off when you need to jump start your car. So the old battery cables went in the ends here, tightened up really good. This one here turned out really well too. And all in all, it cleaned up the look of the battery and the electrical pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with that. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for stopping by the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.